And good evening and welcome to Chipola basketball on CCTV as tonight's game features the Indians of Chipola taking on the visiting Lawson State Cougars out of Birmingham, Alabama. The Cougars under head coach Delvin Maston have a record of 1-4 coming into tonight's game. They played in this tournament yesterday and they lost to TCC, and now they're taking on the Indians tonight in the nightcap of the Chipola Classic. Rundown of the Classic so far in day one. Saltahatchee took on Hillsborough, with Hillsborough coming away with the win in ladies action. And then Lawson State took on TCC with the victory. And then Roan State Lady Indians took on Roan State, the Lady Raiders, and Chipola won that one. And in the nightcap, Chipola defeated Roan State last night. In game action today, Roan State, TCC, and the Lady Indians were victorious. In fact, the Lady Indians just a few minutes ago defeated Hillsborough by the final score of 63-44. Got quick stats to give you on that game, as the Lady Hawks shot 26% from the floor, 21% from the arc, and 56% from the line. And the Lady Indians shot 34% from the field, 26% from the beyond the arc, and 47% from the free throw line. Again, the Lady Indians victorious. The leading scorer for the Lady Indians, D. Patterson, in that one. Now the Indians' turn as they step up to play Lawson State, the Cougars. And for the Cougars, their starting lineup looks like this. Number 5, Jalen Lovett. Number 12, Anthony Horton. Number 15, Shannon Woody. Number 31, Tyler Groom. And number 32, Mark Mitchell. That'll be the starting lineup for the Lawson State Cougars. Their leading scorer is Jalen Lovett. He's averaging 13.5 points a game. Cameron Cook averages 10 points a game. Again, Lawson State 1-4 in the season. They're averaging 60 points a game, shooting almost 50% from the field, 35% from beyond the arc, and 73% from the free throw line. For our Indians, the starting lineup looks like this. 6'6" sophomore guard, number 0, Batumba Baruti. 6'2" freshman guard, number 3, Malik Zachary. 6'2" sophomore guard, number 4, Keyshawn Bruton. 6'7" sophomore forward, number 5, I.B. Sancaire. And 6'7" freshman forward, number 13, Daniel Oladapo. That's the starting lineup for the Indians as both teams get ready to take the floor for tonight's game. It's the nightcap of the Chipola Classic, and it's the Indians taking on the Lawson State Cougars here in the victory. Hopefully the Indians can get a victory tonight. Indians survived Roan State last night and got the victory. And they're looking to improve to 4-0 on the season. The Indians ranked number 6 in the state. Under first-year head coach Brendan Foley, assistant coaches Tim Peete, John Smith, Denon Morrow, and Ricky McCullough. The athletic director here is Jeff Johnson, and the president, Dr. Sarah Clemens, assistant athletic director Natalie Foley. No introductions for tonight's game, so both teams will take the floor right here. Again, Batumba Baruti, Malik Zachary, Keyshawn Bruton, Ibrahima Sancaire goes by IB, and Daniel Oladapo on the floor for the Indians. Our Indians are averaging 106 points a game. They're shooting 53% from the field, 27% from beyond the arc, and 67% from the free throw line. Our Indians averaging 49 rebounds a game and 17 assists per game. Leading scorers are Keyshawn Bruton with 21 points a game and Daniel Oladapo with 24 points a game. Wayne Walker averages 10 points a game, and Batumba Baruti averages 14 points a game. So 4 players averaging double figures coming into tonight's game. Here's the jump between Oladapo, and the Indians retain possession to start this game. Malik Zachary, they go down low to Oladapo on the block. He lowers his shoulder, weaves his way in, and gets his first basket of the game. Oladapo with the first 2 points. Here come the Cougars. This is Jalen Lovett, their leading scorer, number 5. He's picked up by Bruton. Man-to-man defense for Indians. 10 on the shot clock. Cougars going to have to work right here. Long three-pointer on the way and good, as hitting the three-pointer, number 15, Shannon Woody. The sophomore knocks it down. Woody, Alexander City, Alabama. On the other side, Keyshawn Bruton for three, won't fall. Rebound to the Cougars. Indians trail by 1. And a tough shot down there. Oladapo with the rebound. And here's Baruti. Long three-pointer by Baruti is good. Batumba Baruti with the three-pointer. And the Indians go up by 2. 5-3 the score here early going. Anthony Horton working against Malik Zachary. They give it up to Woody. Down low on the block, Oladapo attempts the block. And here comes Malik Zachary. Zachary's going to reset the offense right here. Chipola in the light uniforms, Cougars in the dark uniforms. As Baruti from the corner off the side of the backboard. Cougars quickly with the ball down court. And knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars. Rudy inbounds to Zachary. Malik Zachary calling the offense. Cross-court pass, Brody. Down low and turns it over. He wanted to find IB Sankari, who was cutting in but could not quite find him. Cougars with the ball after the turnover. This is Horton. Three-pointer on the way by Mitchell, no good. Rebound to the Indians. Zachary to Oladapo, goes flying in, lays it in, and the foul. And one for Oladapo. 4 points on the night for him. We go up by 4, 7-3. Free throw coming for Oladapo. Oladapo on the season, shooting 66% for the free throw line. And he's money right there. 5-point lead for the Indians. Early going action here from the Chipola Classic. Shot no good. Oladapo with the ball. And here's Zachary. Nice pass to Bruton on the cut. And Bruton lays it up and in. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout taken by Lawson State coach Delvin Matson. 7-point Indian lead here. The lone points for the Cougars belong to Shannon Woody. We're led in scoring by Oladapo with 5, Keyshawn Bruton with 2, and Batumi Baruti with 3. FCSAA men's basketball poll has Northwest Florida ranked number 1 in men's action. Eastern Florida State at number 2. Florida Southwest at number 3. Daytona State at number 4. TCC is number 5. And our Chipola Indians are ranked 6 in the state. Central Florida, Palm Beach State, St. Pete, and Miami-Dade round out the top 10. Nationally, only one Panhandle Conference team ranked, and that is Northwest Florida. They're ranked number 1 in the nation in preseason polls, as they've got a very good team over there, the Red Raiders over there near Pensacola. Oladapo works his way in and gets his 7th point of the night, and we're up early 9-3. Ball is stripped by Baruti down to IB Sankari. Back to Zachary, and Malik Zachary finishes the run out with 2 points. And it's now an 11-point lead, 14-3 our score. Rudy picks up the ball. Now Sancerre. IB. And ball lost out of bounds by the Cougars and be Indian ball. Other teams ranked nationally. Eastern Florida State is at number 5. Florida Southwestern is at number 10. And Daytona State is at number 18 in the national polls. There's the alley-oop play, and they're going to say no. Hook. And that's going to go against number 13, Oladapo, his first, team first. This is Cameron Cook, who's checked in the game, wearing number 0 for the Cougars. He's one of 2 players averaging double figures in scoring at 10 points a game. Going to play is Jalen Levitt. Cook working it, now lays it up and in, and Cook's got his first basket of the game and cuts the deficit a little bit. Back to a 9-point lead for our Indians. Zachary gets the high screen and a nice pick and roll there by Oladapo, and Oladapo draws the foul. That's going to go against Mitchell, I believe. That'll be his second foul. Second foul of the game against Mark Mitchell. The Indians will be inbounding from underneath their basket. Christian Loring checks in. IB Zakir checks out. Christian Loring averaging 5 points a game for the Indians. He comes in. And now into the game, Jalen Levitt back into the game for the Cougars. Zachary out to Oladapo. Back to Malik Zachary, loads up the 3, and it's in and out, no good. Nice rebound on the play by Bruton, and Kashawn Bruton lays it up and in. The 6'2 guard gets his 4th point of the game. Back to an 11-point lead. And a foul on the other end. Who's that going to go against? Loring? Yep, Christian Loring picks up the foul. His first, team second. And at the line for the Cougars will be number 1, Shaim Cunningham. Cunningham is averaging 5 points a game, shooting 100% from the free throw line here early in the season for the Cougars. And he misses the first one. Baruti checks out for the Indians, and checking into the game, there's number 1, Check Fay. 2 misses. And the Indians have the ball. And an 11-point lead here in the early going. Malik Zachary calling for the play. To Bruton. Near side to Oladapo into the corner to Fay. Back to Bruton. Bruton's going to lower his shoulder. And they're going to call number 10, Tyler Jones, with a hold, his first, team third. Actually, that's not on Tyler Jones, number 10. That's on number 0, Cameron Cook, his first foul of the game. Malik Zachary down low to Christian Loring, who loses the handle, but alertly just rolls it out there to Zachary. And now the 3-pointer by Bruton is good. Sean Bruton, 7 points for him. And it's quickly a 14-point game. Cougars struggled the other day against TCC as well. Again, coming in with a record of 1-4 on the season. Expect the Indians to have a little bit of an easy time of it right here. Bruton long 3, won't fall. Rebound Christian Loring. Really got up and got that one. Now Check Fay for 3. Boom. Fay knocks it down, and the Indians are up big. 17-point lead here early in the first half. Lawson State looking for a high screen. Tyler Jones hands it off. Now, loose ball going to be grabbed by number 1. This is Cunningham. Shot no good. Run out on the other end. Bruton trying to grab the handle and trying to save it. Save it to a Cougar. And Lawson State has the ball. This is Jalen Lovett. Over to David Forrest. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham working against Zachary. Substitutions for both teams at the next dead ball. And a shot off the mark, and Malik Zachary comes down with it. Zachary over to Bruton. And stutter step and a travel call against Bruton. Into the game for the Indians. Number 23, Dwayne Walker. Number 2, Laquan Butler. And number 22, Cameron Gooden, all in the game. So Fay, Gooden, Walker, Lorne, and Butler on the floor for the Indians. Couldn't find him. Now getting ready to check in. Next dead ball will be IB St. Clair. Basket made by the Cougars. And they cut the lead a little bit. 15-point lead for the Indians, and we quickly answer with a three-pointer as Cameron Gooden knocks it down. 18-point Indian lead, largest of the day. Force working against Lorne. Now jumper on the way by Lovett. It's good. Jalen Lovett with the basket. Here come the Indians. Laquan Butler running the show right now. He gets it down and gets it back. Now they go to Fay. Shot off the mark by Walker. And the Cougars with the run out. Lovett hits the three-pointer. He's got 5 points for the Indians. Lovett coming in. Again, their leading scorer at 13 points a game. He's shooting almost 45% from the three-point line, so you're going to really have to D up on him right there. Here's Fay from this side. 3, no good. Rebound with Lawson State. Lovett running it out, and the foul and the basket for Jalen Lovett. It's the Jalen Lovett show here for the Cougars so far. 7 points and a foul and a free throw coming. IB St. Clair checks in. Also Daniel Alanapo checking in for the Indians as a timeout has been taken on the floor. And it's a media timeout with 10:58 to play. 25-14 our score. We'll take a quick break and see what the cheerleaders have for us. Get ready to return to action here with 10:58 to play. Our Indians on top by the score 25-14 as we have Jalen Lovett at the line shooting one shot for the Cougars. On the floor for our Indians, it is Cameron Gooden, excuse me, number 22, number 13, Oladapo, number 23, Dwayne Walker, number 5, I.B. Sinclair, and number 2, Laquan Butler. Little pressure being applied now by Lawson State. And we quickly break it, get it down court. And we almost throw it away. Butler has to chase it down. Nice play, nice pass on the cut to Oladapo. And Oladapo is slow on the other end to get up. And now Sinclair is called with the foul. We're going to have to check on Oladapo, who's still down on the other end. .12 Indian lead here with 10:24 to play. Up off the bench, Check Fay will check into the game. They continue to check on Daniel Oladapo. Oladapo with 9 points tonight. 27-15 our score. And it's good to see him getting into his feet. As he walks by, it looked like he might have gotten poked in the eye. That never feels good. So Oladapo to the bench, Check Fay in the game. So it's Butler, Fay, Sinclair, Gooden, and Walker on the floor for the Indians. Cook with the ball for Lawson State, working the ball against Gooden. Good help defense coming from the backside by Check Fay. They lost it out of bounds, and it'll be Indian ball. Excellent defensive help there coming over from the weak side. Fay gets it into Gooden. Walker cross-court pass to Sinclair, who drives in, tries to leave it low to Fay, and it's going to be taken away by the Cougars. And lost the handle, no foul on the play. It'll be Indian ball. Inbounding, Check Fay. We quickly break the press. Sinclair to Gooden for the layup. 5 points for Cameron Gooden tonight. 29-15. It's a 14-point Indian lead. Long three by Lovett's no good. Skying for the rebound is Check Fay. Fay, a 6'6" freshman out of Senegal. Shows he's got a little ups. Gooden to Butler. And now foul on the play. It looks like Forrest will pick up the foul. David Forrest picks up his first. Team fourth. It'll be Indian ball. Substitutions into the game is Cunningham and Woody for the Cougars. For the Indians, checking in Batumba Baruti and Keyshawn Bruton into the game. Butler for three. Too strong, grabbed by the Cougars. Forrest wants the three-pointer on this end, and he's got it. David Forrest knocks down his first basket. Forrest shooting 45% from three land. Have to be careful with him. In the corner, we go back to Bruton. Nice little baseline jumper, pull-up jumper by Bruton. He's got 9 points tonight, and the lead is 13. Cunningham working against Sinclair, who switched defense on Forrest. Ball loose, knocked away by Butler, but grabbed by the Cougars. And here's a one-on-one opportunity. Sinclair is going to leave it for Bruton. Jumper will not go. They're going to count the basket and call the foul on number 4, Keyshawn Bruton. Bruton picks up his first. And at the line, Lovett, who got the basket and the foul. He has 9 points with the free throw coming. 11-point Indian lead. Can be trimmed to 10 here. Lovett gets ready to shoot the free throw. Jalen Lovett, a sophomore guard out of Atlanta, Georgia, and he makes the extra point there. And it's a 10-point lead for our Indians. Facing pressure coming down court. Here comes the backcourt trap. Going to dribble through it. This is check Fay. Into the corner, Baruti for 3. Will not go. Coming in is Keyshawn Bruton. And they're going to say knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Cougar ball. Daniel Oladapo back in the game. Good to see him back in there after getting poked in the eye earlier. Cameron Cook down court, leaves it for Forrest. And the roll is good. And the lead is now 8 as the Cougars have faced as much as a 17-point deficit. They've cut it down to 8 here at the 7:07 mark. They've backed into a little bit of a zone defense. This is Baruti. Over to Malik Zachary is checked in the game. Long three-pointer is good by IB Sinclair. Sinclair gets his first 3 of the game. Christian Loring up off the bench. He'll come in on the next dead ball. Sinclair of the Senegal. That was his first 3-point field goal of the season. And a collision down low, and looked like Bruton might have hit his head on the floor. As Christian Loring checks in. Referee issuing a warning to both benches to not to do a lot of talking. Everybody running their mouths out there, according to the referee. A little chatter going on. And referee trying to get a control of the game early. Sean Bruton down court. Gets it to Malik Zachary. Back to Bruton. Back to Zachary. Now to Baruti. We'll kick it out for an open Malik Zachary for 3, and it's good. Zachary hits his 5th point of the game. Both teams they're showing bonus, but I don't have that on my thing yet, so not sure where the bonus comes in. Both teams showing 5 fouls as Forrest dribbles in and lays it up off the glass. Forrest with 5 points for the Cougars. 12-point Indian lead here. So we approach the 5-minute mark of the first half. Zachary thought about the 3, goes low to Oladapo, and he is going to be hammered and will come to the line shooting 2. Oladapo with 9 points and 2 free throws coming. So Oladapo will be the shooter after the media timeout. We're going to have a quick timeout on the floor, and we'll see if the cheerleaders come out. So we take a quick break. As we return to action, there'll be number 0, Cameron Cook, at the line, shooting 2 free throws for Lawson State. Cook shooting 100% from the free throw line on the season so far for the Cougars. And I stand corrected. It's Oladapo at the line, shooting 2. Oladapo on the season, we'll take a look at his numbers. Shooting 67% from the free throw line, averaging almost 24 points a game is Daniel Oladapo. He's got 9 tonight with 2 free throws coming. And he hits the first one. Check Fay checks in, and Christian Lauren checks out as the Indians extend their lead to 13 with the free throw make. And Cameron Cook trying to inbound for the Indians. Here comes trapping defense. And the Cougars break it, get across court, but then they lose out of bounds, and they're going to say Indian ball. Referee's checking something out here. So they're going to put a couple of seconds back on the clock. 5:17 on the clock, 30 on the shot clock as the Indians have the ball. Malik Zachary bringing the ball down court. Check Fay, Keyshawn Bruton, Daniel Oladapo, and Baruti on the floor for the Indians. And Fay quickly launches a 3. It's no good. And with a 13-point deficit, the Cougars have the ball down court. This is Cook working. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Zachary. Zachary down court to Oladapo. Oladapo out to Bruton. Launches the 3. No good. Rebound to the Cougars. Cook works it to Cunningham. Over to Lovett. Shot no good. Oladapo with the rebound. Baruti Tumbo. Bruton. Back to Baruti. Jumper no good. Gets his own rebound. Over to Malik Zachary for 3. Good. Malik Zachary knocks it home. He's got 8 points tonight. Zachary on the season is shooting 25% from the 3-point arc, so he's going to have his numbers improve here a little bit after tonight's game. As on the other end, there's a quick layup there by Shaheem Cunningham. 14-point Indian lead. They've led by as much as 18. Oladapo, near side Baruti. Long 3-pointer by Zachary, no good. The Cougars had cut the lead to 8 at one point, but now the Indians have gone on a little bit of a run and starting to extend their lead even more. Ball belongs to the Indians. Checking into the game, number 23, Dwayne Walker, the 6'3" freshman guard out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, comes in, and I believe Keyshawn Bruton will get the breather. So Fay, Zachary, Walker, Oladapo, and Baruti on the floor for the Indians. Oladapo is going to drive baseline, and there comes the two-handed jam. He was left alone defensively, and he took it upon himself to go to the rack strong. 16-point Indian lead. No good on the shot. Rebound check Fay. A lot of rotation, and now a quick timeout will be taken by the Cougar coach after the make. as I believe that was Shannon Woody knocking the basket down for his 5th point of the night. And they're going to take a quick timeout.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Timeout on the floor where they
you want to pull this? You get your pull.
full timeout taken by the Cougar coach. We'll have a break in action here as they're cleaning up a little housekeeping down there on the Chipola logo. Here come the Indian cheerleaders. See what they got for us. Lady Indians were victorious earlier tonight by the final score of 63-44. They struggled early shooting the ball, but finally pulled away there in the second half as they took on Hillsborough Community College. For the men, well, they lead right now 43-30, a 13-point Indian lead as they will have the ball. It'll be Chet Fay, Malik Zachary, Laquan Butler, Daniel Oladapo, and Dwayne Walker on the floor for the Indians. Take a look at what's going around the state and conference standings. Daytona State is on top of the Mid-Florida Conference with Eastern Florida State, College of Central Florida, Florida State College, and Santa Fe bringing up the rear of that conference. In the Panhandle Conference, it's Chipola, Northwest, and Pensacola, and TCC all in a log jam at the top, tied at 2-0 going into this weekend's games, and then Gulf Coast at 1-1. In the Southern Conference, Indian River's on top, followed by Miami-Dade, Palm Beach, ASA College, and Broward. And then in the Suncoast Conference, Florida Southwest is on top, followed by Polk State, St. Pete, Hillsborough, and State College of Florida. At the line for the Cougars, it's Cameron Cook. He knocks down the first free throw. Substitutions for the Cougars coming in. The men will be in action again on Monday, November 19th, as Franklin Prep comes to town for a 7 o'clock tip, followed by a home game on December 1st against Andrew College. And then Panhandle Conference play starts on Wednesday, January 9th. Against TCC. Long three-pointer, and that's good by Chet Fay. Fay, 6 points tonight. Lovett to Forrest, and swinging it around quickly, and now Lawson State lost it. They're going to say a foul is going to be called. That's going to go against number 2, Laquan Butler. That'll put 1-1 for Cameron Cook. Point Indian lead with 1:31 to go in the half. Long rebound grab by Oladapo. He's averaging 9 rebounds a game. As Malik Zachary works against Cameron Cook, coming across half court. Good, now a three-pointer on the way by Fay. No good, rebound by the Cougars. They don't have the numbers. They're going to hold up a little bit now, driving in and laying it up, and a charge. No, a block. As coming over to try to stop the ball was Cameron Gooden, and they got him shuffling his feet, they say. And his first foul of the game puts Shane Cunningham at the line. Cunningham gets the roll on the first one. See Coach Brendan Foley down there on the other end working the referees a little bit. Getting some exclamations. Or explanations, I should say. Cunningham knocks them both down, cuts the lead to 11. Gooden to Walker, back to Gooden for three. In and out, no good. Rebound to Forrest. Lawson State with the ball. Cougars down court. Under a minute to play here. And with the turnover, be Indian ball. And coming in quickly, IB Sinclair will check in. So Sinclair will check in. He'll play with Zachary, Gooden, Oladapo, and Walker on the floor. There's about an 8-second differential between the shot and the play clock. They get it in quickly, and Sinclair will come to the line shooting 2 free throws. Sinclair on the season, shooting 50% from the line. Foul goes against Shaim Cunningham, his first. Sinclair at the line. Knocks that one in. That's Sinclair's 4th point of the evening. He's got one more free throw coming. Makes them both. Inbound play. If they break the press, they're going to attack the basket according to their coach, and that's exactly what they do. Left-handed shot is up and in by Lovett. 12 points for Jalen Lovett by my books. And with under 10 seconds to play, Indians are going to play for the final shot. They're going to have to hurry. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Long three-point by Oladapo is no good. And a reverse layup underneath the goal. And that should count. IB Sinclair came in, and they're going to call the basket. A little bit of confusion here, but I do believe the shot counted. 13-point lead into the half as the Indians lead 50-37. That was Ibrahim Sinclair with the basket. And so with that, we are at halftime. Both teams go to the locker room. We'll come back with about 3 minutes to go and go over first half stats and other necessary information. We'll take a break as we're at halftime. Indians lead by 13. And we are at halftime here as our Chipola Indians taking on the Lawson State Cougars out of Birmingham, Alabama. And right now the Indians are on top with a 13-point lead, 50-37. Let's take a look at the scoring summary and how the teams did stat-wise in the first half. Both teams shooting the ball pretty well here in the first half. Lawson State was 13-27 from the field, 48%, 44% from beyond the arc, and shooting 70% from the free throw line. They had 13 total rebounds, just one offensive rebound as our defense did a good job boxing out. So didn't give them a lot of second point chance opportunities. Their leading scorer, number 5, Jalen Lovett, with 13 points. Shannon Woody with 6. Shaim Cunningham with 6. Cameron Cook with 5. David Forrest with 5. And Kobe McLean with 2 for a total of 37 points. They had 7 turnovers in the first half. For our Chipola Indians, they shot 51% from the floor, 36% from beyond the arc, and 80% from the free throw line. They had 18 rebounds, so they're at a +5 margin there. They had 4 offensive rebounds, so they had a couple of chances for some second chance points. Leading scorer for the Indians, Daniel Oladapo with 10. Ibrahima Senker with 9. Keyshawn Bruton with 9. Malik Zachary with 8. Check Fay with 6. Batumba Baruti with 3. And Cameron Gooden with 5 for a total of 50 points. The Indians had 5 turnovers there in the first half. So again, Indians on top by the score of 50-37, 13-point Indian lead as we get ready for second half action. We appreciate everybody for tuning in to CCTV and watching Indians. Indians ranked number 6 in the state, unranked nationally. And 2 teams ranked in, or actually 3 teams ranked in the top 10 of the state polls with TCC, Chipola, and Northwest Florida. Of course, Northwest Florida, a preseason favorite to win it all. They're ranked number 1 in the nation. No major upsets in college football. Alabama, Oklahoma, all winning today, as well as Ohio State. Florida was a winner, and Washington State was a winner. Auburn and Georgia are at halftime, and Georgia leads that one by the score of 20-10. Notre Dame is on top of Florida State, and LSU is on top of Arkansas. Clemson is ahead 7-3 over Boston College. As we do a quick rundown of college football, as both teams get ready to take the floor here to start the second half. And the possession arrow will belong to Lawson State. They'll have the ball to start this game. On the floor for Lawson State, it's Cameron Cook, number 05, Jalen Lovett, number 3, Forrest, number 15, Woody, and number 12, Horton. For our Indians on the floor, it's number 13, Daniel Oladapo, number 3, Malik Zachary, number 0, Batumba Baruti, number 5, Ivy Senker, number 4, Keyshawn Bruton. And very quickly, a 3-pointer is hit by the Cougars, and they draw within 10 before the Indians ever touch the ball here to start the second half. Bruton working the floor. They go down low to Oladapo on the block. Second chance opportunity there is knocked away, and here come the Cougars. In the corner for 3, in and out, no good. As Oladapo corrals the rebound. And Zachary down court. Kind of lost his balance there going up, kind of threw up a shot that didn't quite go in. Cougars with the ball. With the NCAA men's top 10, Kansas on top, followed by Kentucky, Gonzaga, Duke, Virginia, the University of Tennessee, Nevada, North Carolina, Villanova, and Michigan State. That's the top 10 in the men's basketball standings in the NCAAs. And at the line will be David Forrest to shoot 2 free throws. As he hits his first free throw of the game. He's got 6 points now on the evening, does David Forrest. Forrest is out of Chicago, Illinois, a 6'3 freshman. And there's a couple of second chance opportunities there that were batted around. Brody gets the rebound and gets it out to Malik Zachary. Zachary to a wide open Ibeson carry. Couldn't quite find the bottom of the net, but Bruton comes away with the rebound. He puts up an 18-footer, won't go. Rebound to the Cougars. Got to be careful getting a reaching in foul there. And now we do get the foul. So Brody picks up the foul, his first, I believe, as we got 5 new players coming in for Chipola. Chuck Fay, Christian Loring, Gooden, Butler, and Walker all into the game. So Cameron Gooden will pick up the ball defensively as we have wholesale substitutions here to start the second half. Ball is loose, grabbed by Chuck Fay. Gets it over to Gooden. Into the corner, and this is Walker trying his hand, and Dwayne Walker gets his first basket of the game. 6'3" freshman guard out of Milwaukee with the basket on the other end. A foul. We'll see who that's going to go against. Chuck Fay picks up the foul. That's his first, team's second of the half. 2 shots coming for number 25, or number 15, Shannon Woody. I was going to say there's no 25 on my roster. Ten-point lead for the Indians. And we remain double-digit leads with the miss right there. Butler gives it up to Fay. Now gets it back. Butler to Gooden. Tried a lob pass to Christian Loring, but it wasn't high enough and intercepted. And here comes Lawson State. They got a chance to take the lead to single digits right here. Nice reverse layup there by Shane Cunningham. His 8th point of the game, and they've cut it to an 8-point lead. 3 minutes into the second half. On the other end, great play, but they're going to get a foul, and a charge is going to go against Gooden. Cameron Gooden gave a nice pass to Christian Loring, but was a little out of control, ran into a defender, and gets the charge. Quan Butler on the ball defensively as Lawson State works it around the perimeter. Nice spinning move by Shane Cunningham, and he's 10 points now, and the lead is to 6 for the Indians. We've led by as much as 18. And Quan Butler calling the play. Cross over to Gooden. Gooden drives in, a nice feed to Loring, knocked away from behind. Gooden gets it back. And now a loose ball picked up by the Cougars. It was a nice pass from Gooden looking for Loring. He just couldn't hang on to it. And there to get Jalen Lovett with a little push off there, using his shoulder to try to get a little room. The referee says you can't do that. So Butler down court. This is Gooden. Over to Butler for 3. From the rim, no good. Follow your shot. We could have had that rebound. Instead, on the other end, there's a run out and a layup that's good by Shannon Woody. And one coming for Woody, and quickly substitutions back in the game. Malik Zachary, Sean Bruton, Oladapo, Sincari, and Brody all back into the game for the Indians. Coach Foley looks to go back with his starting 5. Just a 4-point lead. It can be dwindled to 3 here. with the make. It's no good, however. Baruti has the ball. He gets it over to Zachary. Malik Zachary dribbles in, gives it over to Bruton. Driving in, shot is good. Deshaun Bruton in double figures now with 11 points. Cameron Cook, a dangerous outside shooter. He's hit 100% from his three-point opportunities thus far this year for Lawson State. Rebound and a run out on the other end. Bruton. Oh, great pass to Christian Lauren. That's not Lauren, that's Baruti. Baruti with the jam. 5 points for Batumba Baruti. Either way, nice pass there, leading to an easy offensive bucket. Oladapo on the ball. Good defense there. Bruton trying to keep it alive. Grabbed by Sinclair. And Indians on the run. Bruton thought about it, goes over to Oladapo. Oladapo driving in, and he's going to hit the floor. And the foul's going to go against Lovett. Jalen Lovett picks up the foul, and in the game, number 24, Kobe McLean checks in. Inbounding it for the Indians, Malik Zachary. He gets it to Bruton. Bruton coming between the circles, now back to the far wing. From the elbow, jumper on its way. Bruton goes down. Annis gets the foul. Bruton gets the bucket and one. 13 points for Bruton and a free throw coming. Bruton on the season, shooting 67% from the free throw line. This is his first trip to the charity stripe tonight. And a technical foul will be against Baruti. Batumba Baruti will pick up a technical foul, and Gooden is in the game. And Coach Foley really not happy with that. The teams were warned in the first half to be jawing. And now technical shots will be coming for the Lawson State Cougars. And doing the honors is Cameron Cook. Cook from the free throw line. Been 1 for 2. He's 50% on the season. He misses the first one.
Hey, don't say a word. Just play basketball. Don't say a word. Just play basketball. They got to do all that talking so be it. Y'all just play basketball. This shit ain't made for talking. It's about putting the ball in the hole.
He missed them both. It'll be Indians on the other end to shoot a free throw. Bruton at the line. Bruton at the line, shooting 67%. 58-48, 10-point lead, and the free throw is made. So 59-48, 11-point Indian lead here after the technical. You heard the Lawson State coach a little bit saying about how he didn't feel like his team was getting the benefit of the doubt at times. And now here come the Indians to the ball. It's going to be white ball. There's good hustle there by Cameron Gooden right here in front of me. And the Indians will have possession. Substitution into the game is number 5, Jalen Lovett. And Forrest will check out. Sankari inbounds to Zachary. Gooden over to Bruton. Bruton back to the corner to Sinclair. Down low to Oladapo. Backing his way in. Spins. Faces the basket. Shot blocked away. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay Indian ball. They get it into Cameron Gooden with 10 on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry. I don't know that they're aware of it. Oladapo leading in, lays it up and in. No push off called. And a 13-point Indian lead here with 13 to play. Jalen Lovett looking for the high screen. Now he's going to put up a long three-pointer off the mark. Rebound, gets the long rebound, and this foul going in, and traveling called before the shot went up. Sinclair to inbound. Sinclair inbounds it to Malik Zachary. Malik Zachary. Pull-up jumper from the elbow is good. He's in double figures with 10. 12:25 or 12:35 to play here in the second half. Indians on top by 15. They had the lead cut to as little as 4 before the Indians have come back and gone on a 10-2 run. Substitution into the game. Christian Lauren checks in. Sinclair checks out. The Indian ball, Gooden to do the honors. Gooden, Zachary, Bruton, Oladapo, and Loring in the game. Into the corner, Gooden down low to Loring. Backs it out to Bruton. Drives in, a great pass to Oladapo. Oladapo went a little bit too high off the glass. And Lawson State comes away with it. This is Horton. Horton gives it to Woody. Now into the corner to Lovett. Lovett's going to drive in. He goes over the lane of the Giants and scores. As Jalen Lovett, who came in averaging 13.5 a game, he's got 16 right now for the Cougars. And there's Christian Loring with the basket. That's Loring's first basket of the game. First points of the night for Christian Loring, the 6'9" center out of Paris, France. That's 2 in the books. It's back to a 15-point lead. Long three-pointer on the way, no good. Offensive rebound up and in by Shaim Cunningham. Cunningham in double digits with 13. Point Indian lead. Substitution in the game, 32. Mark Mitchell checking into the game, and number 10, Tyler Jones, both in the game for the Cougars. As we have a media timeout, let's take it with them here on CCTV, see what the cheerleaders have for us. Final game of the Chipola Classic being played tonight. As over the weekend we've had 8 games played in the first round. Hillsboro, TCC, Lady Chipola Indians, and the Chipola men all won. And on day 2, Roan State Ladies, TCC men and the Chipola ladies all won, and the men right now on top of Lawson State by the score of 65-52, a 13-point Indian lead. On the floor for the Indians, it's Dwayne Walker, Christian Lorne, Chuck Fay, Malik Zachary, and Keyshawn Bruton. The Indians inbound, and Zachary has the ball. He's working against Shane Cunningham. Here comes a double team. He works through it easily. Gets it to Bruton, out to Fay. Pump fake, now puts up the three-pointer. Won't go. Christian Lorne trying to get the rebound, but too far away. Cougars on this end. Cunningham trying to work his way around Lorne and draws the foul. Lorne is using his legs, but got him with the body. And substitution into the game, number 2, Laquan Butler checks in, and Malik Zachary checks out. At the line for the Cougars. 1-on-1 opportunity is good. Cunningham makes the first one. He is 3 for 3 tonight from the charity stripe. Got another free throw to shoot right here. 13 points for Cunningham. And he rims that one in. He's got 14. That's well above his season average. Cunningham just averaging 5 points a game coming into this tournament. And now a foul. And foul goes against number 10, Tyler Jones. Number 23, Dwayne Walker to inbound for the Indians. And he gives it to Laquan Butler. Over to Keyshawn Bruton. Halfway through the second half. And there's Bruton from the free throw line. It's good. 16 points for Keyshawn Bruton. He was averaging 21. Rebound grab by Chet Fay, and here come the Indians. Butler into the corner for 3, and it's good for Dwayne Walker, his 5th point of the game. Walker averaging 10 points a game. He's halfway there. That was a pretty shot. Walker shooting just 25% from three-point land, but he knocked that one down. On the other end, tough shot, defended nicely by Bruton, and here come the Indians. Chuck Fay with the ball. Over to Bruton. Now Laquan Butler's going to back things out. Picked up his dribble, gets it to Bruton. Loose ball, grabbed and out to Gooden. Actually, this is Walker. Walker cross-court pass to Butler. Long 3 with 4 on the shot clock. Does not draw iron. It'll be Cougar ball. Substitutions for both teams into the game for the Indians. 0, Batumba Baruti. Baruti, Fay, Lorne, Butler, and Walker on the floor for the Indians. Matchup zone here for the Indians. A lot of help defense right there, and Fay comes away with the rebound. They lob it down low to Christian Lorne, and Lorne finishes the play nicely on the feed from Dwayne Walker. Walker an assist, and Lorne with a two-hand jam. Quan Butler with the ball. 18-point Indian lead. here as we approach the 8-minute mark of the second half. Check Fay, long three. Had a good look at it, couldn't knock it down. Here come the Cougars. This is Cameron Cook. Cook, a little jump stop there. Gene Ford gets his first basket of the game. Ford, a freshman out of Huntsville, Alabama. Butler on the other end to answer, and he's knocked down and will come to the line and shoot some foul shots. Laquan Butler has not scored tonight, so he's got an opportunity right here. Butler, freshman, averaging 9 points a game. Out of Lancaster, Texas at the line. 5'11" guard. So we do a little house cleaning duties down there. 2 shots for Laquan Butler. He gets that one. And he knocks them both down. First 2 points of the game for Butler. Cougars on the move. A lot of pushing and shoving down low. Check Fay defensively. Didn't get any help rotating in, and the easy basket there for DeJoe Ford. Quan Butler coming near side. Fay down low to Sinclair, who's checked in the game, and Sinclair travels. So Ivy Sinclair with the travel. Brody, Sinclair, Walker, Butler, and Fay on the floor for the Indians. Quick three-pointer. Gets it, didn't fall. Does Shannon Woody. 14 points for Shannon Woody on the night for the Cougars. He trims the lead to 13. Oladapo getting ready to come back in on the next dead ball. As Sinclair with a nice little pass to Walker. And Walker tries to come in, and Walker gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2 shots. They're going to say it was on the floor, so it's 1 and 1, not 2 shots. Dwayne Walker on the season, shooting 50% from the line. This is his first free throw tonight. And he hits that one. Walker averaging 10 points a game, one of 4 players in double figures for the Indians. And he hit them both. He's very close to 10. He's got 7. 6:25 to play. Indians on top by 15. So Zero Baruti will be shooting 1 and 1. Baruti getting his first free throw opportunity of the night. He has not hit a free throw all season. So let's see what he does right here. Batumba Baruti out of the Congo, a 6'6" sophomore guard. Baruti averaging 14 points a game for the Indians. And he hit them both. 7 points for Baruti. And Cameron Gooden up off the bench and ready to come in just a moment. And a foul against Baruti. That'll be a foul, his second. And at the line is number 1, Shaim Cunningham. Wayne Walker checks out. Check Fade checks out. Christian Loring into the game along with Gooden. Loring, Oladapo, Gooden, Butler, and Baruti on the floor. First free throw is made. And it's a 16-point Indian lead. Oladapo with the rebound. Tried a little spin move, and luckily last touch by a Cougar. And a timeout taken. So timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. With 5:51 to play, and the Indians leading by 16. Coming out of the timeout will be Indian ball as Quan Butler will do the honors. They'll inbound with Christian Loring, Oladapo, Baruti, and Gooden on the floor. This is Christian Loring on the block. Kicks it out to Butler, and Baruti got caught with his up in the air and gets a foul out of it. So kind of got bailed out there by the Cougars. 78-62 our score, 16-point Indian lead, and Baruti at the line shooting 1 and 1. .5:39 to play. Lawson State coach kind of questioning whether you can jump up in the air then dribble the ball. But Baruti got away with it, and it's a 17-point lead. Quan Butler with the ball. Now a long three-pointer by Baruti, and it's good. Baruti, 11 points on the night for Batumba Baruti. Timeout taken by Lawson State coach. Point Indian lead as we come out of the timeout, and the Lawson State coach still trying to get an explanation on what's going on. Dylan Matson has talked the referee's ear off the entire timeout. It's a 20-point Indian lead here with 5:13 to play. The Indians on top comfortably here. And they should win tonight and go to 4-0 on the season as the Indians look down the road. And I've lost their schedule. How about that? Indians' next game will be on Monday the 12th as they go on the road to Mississippi to take on a tournament over there where they'll be taking on Southern University of Shreveport and LSU University of Eunice. Those games on the 12th and 13th. And then they come back home and take on Franklin Prep at the 19th. You can catch that game right here on CCTV. Oladapo with the ball. Gets it over to Butler. This game not in doubt anymore. 18-point lead, and now we're going to have a turnover against the Indians. Not sure exactly what happened there, but the Indians turn it over to be the Cougar ball. Into the game for the Indians, it is Dwayne Butler, Cameron Gooden, Christian Long, Chet Fay, and Laquan Butler all on the floor for the Indians here for the last 4 minutes of the game. Long three-pointer by Lovett is good. $18 points for Lovett here tonight for the Cougars so far. They cut the lead to 15. Still 3:50 to play. And Dwayne Walker knocks down the three-pointer. And he's right at his season average of 10 points a game. Back to an 18-point lead. 20-point lead's been the largest of the night for the Indians, as the Cougars try to answer a ball out of bounds. It'll be Indian ball. Lady Indians defeated Hillsborough earlier tonight. And with the victory, Coach Greg Franklin improved to 4-0. Both Indian teams ranked. The Indians ranked 3rd in the state, 7th in the nation. And for the men, they're ranked 6th in the state. Long three-pointer, nice rebound, and Walker for three. It's no good. And out of bounds off the head of a Cougar. It'll be Indian ball. Butler nowhere to go with it. Now goes deep to Gooden. Under 3 to play here at the Milton H. Johnson Hill Center. Been a good tournament, Chipola Classic, put on every year. It's been a good tournament so far. And Indians go on the road next to a tournament. Their conference play starts for both the ladies and the men on January 9th when Tallahassee Community College comes to town. Thirteen state championships for the men, 4 state championships for the women in basketball over the years. And just very recently, in 2015, Coach Greg Franklin led the ladies to a national championship. Also have national championships in softball and baseball here from Chipola. Men's team's been to the state tournament several times, but they have not been able to win the national tournament. This is Forrest working against Lorg, and almost steal by Butler. Nice block there and a run out on the other end. Check Fay on the catch and the layup. Showed great athleticism there to get the layup off the glass as he was going underneath. Put a lot of English on that ball. 8 points for Check Fay on the night. Fay averaging 6 points a game for the Indians. So he's above his season average. At the line for the Cougars, it's number 5, Jalen Lovett. And he misses the free throw. 21-point Indian lead. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Chet Fay drives baseline. And on the floor before the shot, a foul occurs, and that's going to go against Shaim Cunningham. And coming to the line, Chet Fay to shoot 2. Be his first 2 free throws of the night. 8 points. He's got a chance to get into double figures, but he won't do it with the miss there. And that one's good. 9 points for Fay. And a huge block on this side as Chet Fay knocks it down. So 1:59 they say on the clock. So they're working on the clock. They'll put 1:59 on the clock. A minute 59 on the clock. 89-67 our score. 22-point Indian lead. Inbounding for the Cougars is Cameron Cook. Cook with the inbound. Lauren on the defense there. And now Forrest will dribble it out for the Cougars. Reset the offense. Check Fay. Grabs the rebound. Here comes Laquan Butler. Fay, fadeaway shot, will not fall, and the Cougars retain possession. Little alley-oop play. And nice pass on a cutting Shannon Woody. Couldn't get it to fall, but draws the foul, gets 2 shots. Up off the bench, number 2, Eugene Ford will check in. Between shots. 1:26 to go. And the first free throw is good. Substitution for Chipola is coming in the game. Number 14, Jeremy Lafort checks into the game. And number 35, Dushane Wilson. Wilson, a 6'5" freshman guard out of St. Catherine, Jamaica, is in the game. And Lafort, a 6'7" freshman forward out of Paris, France, both seeing their first action of the weekend. Wooden hits both free throws. And the Indians will inbound here. This is Laporte. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay right here with 1:26 to play. Number 23, Dwayne Walker, will do the inbounds. They get it into Butler, has it stolen. We get it right back, and Lafort with it down court to Gooden. Gooden drives in and dunks it home. Cameron Gooden, probably the smallest guy on this Chipola Indian squad, and he jams it home. And that brings this crowd to their feet as we approach the minute mark. Cameron Gooden at 5'11" went up, and he showed them how to do it right there. And now we got technical fouls. There's some celebration going on off the bench, off to my right as I was looking away. So we have a bench technical against the Indians. And Coach Foley does not seem pleased with that at all. I'll tell you what though, everybody was real excited that Gooden got that one in. Brought the crowd to their feet. Free throws made by Jalen Lovett, and with 1:04 to play, 73-91, a 24-point Indian lead at this point. Inbounding it will be the Cougars. Long three-pointer on the way and a foul, and that's going to go against LaShane Wilson, his first.
3 times.
3 shots coming for Shannon Woody. He goes to the line. 91-73 our score. Minute 1 to play. Third free throw is a miss. Indians get the rebound. Here's Gooden. They lob it down to LaForte. LaForte driving in, and he's going to get fouled on the floor. Basket does not count. 2 shots coming for LaForte. LaForte, who has not seen action this year. I should say this tournament, gets his first free throw opportunity right here. And he misses the first one. So every Indian has played here tonight. And every Indian but one has scored. The only player not to score so far, LaShane Wilson. Keep an eye on 35 to see if he gets an opportunity before the time runs out here. We're under a minute to play. And there's a steal. And a timeout taken with 39 seconds. A full timeout taken by Coach Matson. 77-92 our score. That's his last timeout. As the lead has been dwindled to 15 with all the technical shots and free throws that were being made. 92-77 our score. Indians will improve to 4-0 on the season. And again, they go on the road to Mississippi to take on a tournament before returning home on the 19th to take on Franklin Prep. That game at 7 p.m. It can be got right here on CCTV. Indians take the court. It's Quan Butler, Dwayne Walker, LaShane Wilson, Jeremy LaForte, and Cameron Gooden all on the floor for the Indians. Walker to inbounds. He gets it to Butler. Here's the trap. He tries to throw it down court, and LaForte manages to recover it. They get it to Gooden. There's a 9-second differential on the clock, and a foul is going to be done by the Cougars. And coming to the line will be Cameron Gooden. Gooden, who had that monster dunk a moment ago, has 7 points on the night with 2 free throws coming. Gooden averaging 6 points a game. He is the free throw percentage leader with 87.5%. And that's it. Gooden knocks him down. And 8 points for Gooden now. It's a basket on the other end. Trap and now a foul, and not sure what the purpose of the fouling is at this point. 93-79 our score, 14-point Indian lead. And at the line is good and again. One more make and Gooden's in double figures. And he gets the roll, and he's got 10 points tonight, well above his season average of 6. They're going to roll. No time left, so no shot clock. Quick three on the way, and it's good by Corinne Gooden. Three-pointer, and a timeout taken by Lawson State. 13-point lead. 13-point lead for Lawson, or deficit for Lawson State. Indians lead by 13 with 16 seconds to go.
All these little kids try to chickens to my crib. You here got somebody sleeping on my bed. She give me IQ, that means she get it. I just give a beats, I don't give a bread. Sleeping in the club, bottles on deck. Hot damn it, I'm feeling myself.
Walker, LaForte, Gooden, Wilson, and Butler on the floor for the Indians as we get ready to inbound. And Gooden is going to be fouled immediately with 15.4 seconds left as Coach Matson keeps coaching his team. Down by 13 with 15 seconds to play. And this will give Gooden the opportunity to get a few more points in his scoring tally. He's got 10 tonight. Gooden on the season, 87% free throw shooter. He hits that one. And he hits them both. 12 points for Gooden. Going to try to make them use as much clock as they can right here. Long three-pointer, won't go. Rebound, LaForte. LaForte lost it out of bounds. Last touch by the Indian. And it'll be Cougar ball here with 6.9 seconds left. So 6 seconds, they inbound. And a long three, and it's off the rim. A 2-1-0, and this game is over as Wilson went in and dunked it at the end, but it does not count as a point. And so the final score, our Indians are victorious by the score of 97-82. They improved to 4-0 on the season. And that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Again, the next game, November 19th, against Franklin Prep. So long, sports fans.